What's up, guys? Cody and Don here, back with the Out of Bounds Sports Podcast. Today we'll be talking a little bit of wrestling. We've got two big pay-per-views coming up this weekend, AEW Double or Nothing, as well as WWE King and Queen of the Ring. Stay tuned for our predictions. All right, Don. So we starting with AEW or WWE? Which way do we go?
Well, I think we should get the garbage out of the way and let's start with WWE.
All right, let's pull it up.
Excuse me. So, and I know that I was bashing the last PLE and it was okay, but I can seriously say there's not much I want to see on this card at all.
Again, going into it, it's the same sort of stuff.
I've got slight interest in Cody Rhodes versus Logan Paul. I could not give a frog's fat ass about Sami Zayn, Chad Gable, and Bronson Reed.
I am excited about that match, actually. That is the one match on the card that I'm actually looking forward to. I think Chad Gable has just been hilarious recently. I think his shtick, it's the Kurt Angle shtick is just going over so well. He's an asshole. Everyone hates him. I mean, everyone wants him to lose. He's doing dirty. Like, did you see what happened with him and what's
Otis.
that guy's? Otis. Yeah, he attacked
Slapped him in the face again. Yeah. The thing that he has going for him is that people hate him.
Yeah.
And there's a big difference between people not liking a wrestler and hating.
Yes, big difference.
Hate.
Yeah.
So, okay, let's go over the card. We've got, for the King of the Ring, it'll either be Gunther, and he's going to fight either Randy Orton or Tama Tonga.
Yeah.
Who do you got?
So, I guess we'll start with SmackDown coming up. Randy Orton versus Tama Tonga. I can see, we were chatting about this, and I think I'm going to go with this as well. I can see there being obviously some interference with the bloodline. Tama Tonga will win. So it'll be Gunther versus Tama Tonga, and I think Gunther has to win. Even if it's Randy Orton, I think he wins, but I'm predicting that it's going to be Gunther versus Tama Tonga, and Gunther pulls it out, wins King of the Ring.
Yeah.
He needs that role right now. I mean, they took the Intercontinental off him. He's got that do you remember when back King Booker won King of the Ring and he transformed his whole persona to being that king, that proper king or whatever?
He picked up an English accent.
Yeah, hilarious. So I think Gunther, I don't think he's going to go like that direction, but I think, the way the ring general and all that, I think it lends exactly to the King of Ring winner's persona, so I can see that happening.
Yeah, Orton doesn't need to be King of the Ring.
Good point. Yeah,
he's the 14-time champion. He doesn't need it.
It is something he's never won though.
It's true, but the bloodline needs something, right? They basically have nothing right now.
Yeah.
I can see interference from the bloodline, and Orton getting beat that way, and
go ahead.
Then if it's Gunther against Tonga, the thing is that yes, because he was Intercontinental Champion, I think he's being primed for the King of the Ring. But on the other hand, emphasizing again that the bloodline has nothing.
Yeah,
they might want to give them something because they've lost all their chutzpah now.
That's true, and they brought back the other guy. What's the other guy's name? The most recent bloodline member.
That's the other guy's brother.
Something Tonga too, right?
Yeah, he's the other guy.
But another thing I just thought of, like we're talking about bloodline interference. I wonder if you have a Kevin Owens interference in the SmackDown match, and he screws over Tonga, and then that forces a bloodline Kevin Owens feud going forward into SummerSlam.
Yeah.
Not quite as a big of a something going for you.
Yeah, because you haven't seen too much of Kevin Owens lately, and the thing is now I've heard that Rishiki's gonna make his presence known.
Rikishi?
Yeah, he's the father of the Usos, and one of two things will happen. He's either going to team up with Solo Sikoa and that part, or start his new one with Jay and get Jimmy back where he belongs, and the bloodlines go against each other.
That would be fast. That
and
would
I,
be
and I
must-see
actually
TV.
think that's going to happen. So, but we have to stick to it. I think no matter what happens, Gunther wins the King of the Ring.
Yeah, because you can't have the bloodline storyline going forward. Like, there's no one there that has enough credibility for them to be dominant.
Right now.
Yeah,
They're
exactly.
terrible.
So yeah, I like that. All right, going on next. What are we doing? Women's?
We've got. It'll either be Bianca Belair, or I can never remember.
Nia Jax.
Nia Jax against Lyra Valkyria. Did
you watch that match the other day?
I did. It was a good match.
I love Io Sky. She's become my new favorite women's wrestler.
You know what?
The way she kicks them, the way she stomps on her, walks over her as she goes to climb over the ring, just that blunt disrespect. I just think it's hilarious. That heel is wrong. I just think that's hilarious.
She is very talented, but Lyra is so much hotter.
Oh yeah, I forgot. That's how we were doing our predictions here.
Well, that's how I do mine. It's also how I vote. So I think.
So who you got winning that one?
Okay, first of all, there's no way Nia Jax beats Bianca Belair because Belair is on the way up, and Jax again, she's on the way out.
Yeah,
she was there before. She got the boot. She's back in again. I think that they are setting up a situation between Bianca Belair and Jade Cargill. And if they had her as King of the Ring, Queen of the Ring, that would be something to get the other one kind of pissed off about, that she's half tag team, the other was tag team champion. And the Ring.
Yeah.
But that being said, because she's already tag team champion, and they are pushing the crap out of this Valkyria girl, like really pushing her hard.
That would skyrocket her into the main event scene.
I think my prediction is going to be Valkyria wins.
And did you see that little hype up message that Becky gave Valkyria before her match against Io Sky?
She goes, "Don't worry, I got it."
So
yeah, and
the little Irish thing that could be a little Irish drama there.
And if Becky Lynch stays, I can see a tag team between those two.
Yeah. That would be a downgrade, though, for both, I think. If you put them as a tag team and fighting for the championships.
And don't forget that Valkyria beat Becky Lynch in NXT.
Yeah, for the championship. Yeah. Okay, so I think we both have. I think Bianca wins the Queen of the Ring. Okay. I don't think Valkyria wins it.
I'm putting it on that just because we're not making a bet on this one. Okay, so now we got Becky Lynch against Liv Morgan. This one for me is easy. Becky Lynch has not signed a new contract yet. I think she wants to spend time with her kid. I wouldn't be surprised if she goes to AEW where the schedule is much lighter. I don't think she wants to. Okay, her husband Seth has just signed a brand new big, contract. They don't really need the money.
But they're gonna want to stay together in the promotion. She's not gonna leave if he's there, because then they spend no time together. They're on opposite schedules, opposite parts of the country. There's no way that she leaves.
You don't think so?
No.
Well, then she just leaves. And she just
does something for a bit. Yeah, she could take some time off, right? Travel with Seth, spend time with the kid, but it's just such a weird trend. Like, I don't know why. I mean, obviously Rhea had to drop the championship; she was hurt, but they had Becky Lynch beat Liv in that end of the battle royal.
Right.
Like, what's the point of that if Liv Morgan's just gonna beat her again on the pay per view this week?
The point of that is to make it legitimate.
The win.
Yes.
And it gives Liv Morgan more credibility.
Anybody could beat anybody when there's 20 women in the ring.
Yeah.
But if it's one-on-one, well, you really have to beat them.
Yeah.
I'm putting I know I love Becky Lynch. Becky, I love you. I think it's going to be Liv Morgan. It's her time. She's been there for 10 years, and she's really had nothing.
Yeah, I'm going Liv Morgan as well.
Okay. Sami Zayn, Chad Gable, Bronson Reed. You know what? I really don't give a shit about this one. Sami Zayn is going to win next. Okay.
Yeah. I mean, Chad. They can't give it to Chad Gable yet. And Bronson Reed, good fighter, but I don't think he's of the three. He's obviously the least talented and the least over.
There's nowhere he's not even close to being any kind of champion right now.
So, but I do think I'm going. I'm going Sami Zayn as well, but I think it's gonna be a good match. I think there's going to be interference from. I think Otis is going to turn on Chad Gable. I think the Alpha Academy is going to dissolve, and I think Sami Zayn is going to pull it out.
Well,
and it might be more. It might be a little bit more of like a learning tree moment for Sami Zayn and Otis.
When I look at that match, as we're going to be watching this PLE,
I'm hoping I can catch this one before. I hope this one's on before 4:00 because I wanna catch this match.
This match indicates to me the perfect time to go outside and have a couple beers on a beautiful sunny day, and then come back in and watch the real wrestling. Okay,
catch us next week when we review the pay-per-view PLE, and Don votes this match of the night. I'm foreshadowing it. Let's go.
Okay, we got Cody Rhodes and Logan Paul. That was intriguing until now.
Oh my God, the contract signing. Oh.
Yeah, and again, Logan Paul gets what he wants. He said he wasn't putting his title up. Okay, like, it's a no-brainer. Logan Paul is not going to beat Cody Rhodes. It's finished. It's done. Next.
Yeah.
What a piece of garbage move that was. Like, I mean, I think overall it'll be a good match.
They'll put on a good match, just like they do with AJ Styles. But yeah, well, there's like no hype behind it.
Come on, like...
Champion versus champion. Like, champion versus champion.
Okay, all you have to do is have title versus title. One guy gets disqualified, and then the titles don't change. Like, what's the big deal?
Yeah, you have a great match up until the disqualification. You create some creative ending where one guy, it just happens, and that's it. And they call.
But by what they did, right? They just took the whole air out of the match.
Yeah.
Took the whole excitement out of it. Like, you know what? You guys are watching AEW because they don't do this, and they're pay-per-views because they're not the big company like WWE, but they got stacked cards. This to me was disappointing.
Let's hope it's a backlash moment where we watch this and we're like, oh, you know what? There's actually some spark.
I think the best matches are going to be Becky Lynch against Liv Morgan. And Lyra Valkyria against whoever she fights.
Yeah. I think the triple threat's going to be the match of the night, and then followed closely by Liv Morgan.
Okay, well,
and Becky Lynch.
We'll see who has egg on their face next week. Okay.
I just wanted to quickly look. So what's after WrestleMania? You got Backlash, Queen of the King of the Ring. Oh, Clash of the Castle.
That's where Damian Priest is going to lose his.
So you have Clash of the Castle,
they got
Money in the Bank, and then SummerSlam.
Yes, in fact, this year, Money in the Bank was coming to Toronto.
Oh, yep. We were looking at tickets. We were hoping to go.
But we didn't want to spend $400 for the nosebleed section or $2,500 for floors.
To see a card like this.
Oh, my God. Who am I seeing? Springsteen? Like, seriously.
So, yeah, hopefully they'll come back. We'll be able to check them out. But, yeah, so the next pay-per-view after this one is Clash of the Castle. So, all right, moving on.
When's that one?
June 15th.
Oh, so just a few more weeks again.
Yeah, 2.5 weeks, 3 weeks.
Way to go. Nice job, guys.
All right, so now we're going on to AEW Double or Nothing. Live.
Now we're going on to the real stuff.
Live from the MGM Grand in Las Vegas.
Okay, now, unlike the WWE who has 5 matches, this one has 9. But it doesn't stop there because they always add a couple of extra ones, right? So they still might add Anna Jay.
Yeah, or Penta Zero has nothing going right now, so I don't think they'll add him. Because there's who they don't have on this card. I'm just realizing you have an extra match on there. You have 9? I only have 8 here.
That's because I got a better computer.
Oh, yours has this. Jericho. I was just gonna say there's no Jericho. Probably because they haven't announced the winner yet.
That's because that match is tonight.
For the Contender Series winner? Yeah.
And
so that's the one that's not on here. I was going to say there's nothing with...
And it's Hook against, 2 other guys. It doesn't matter. Hook's going to win anyway.
Yeah,
why would they not have Jericho against Hook?
All All right, where do you want to start? Start at the bottom, start at the top?
Let's start at... Let's just go down in order. So the first match, we got Roderick Strong, who's the international champion. Again, not to be confused with the intercontinental, but basically they both mean nothing. Against Will Ospreay.
Be a good match.
Be a
You
great
think
match.
Ospreay wins the championship here?
You know what? He's been there long enough. He's good enough. It's his time. He needs to get out of the sanction he's in with that Don, what's his name guy,
Yeah.
right? This would be a good chance for him to break free. I'm putting my money on Ospreay.
Yeah, I think I'm going to go Ospreay as well for that one.
Okay, let's go. Next one is Timeless Tony Storm against Serena Deeb. You know, as for the championship, for the AEW championship.
Yeah, Women's World Championship.
I really like Serena Deeb. She's good. She really is good. It's not time for to dethrone Timeless Tony Storm yet.
No, I mean, I don't get the hype behind Tony Storm. I don't think she's that great.
I don't get it either.
They love to push her. They love her gimmick. I mean, and I look at Serena Deeb. She's a good competitor, but I just don't see her as championship material. Tony Storm at least has the personality. She has, the charisma to hold the championship. But
Comes out in black and white.
yeah, she's got the shtick, right? Serena Deeb just looks like a creative character that just got put in there. So
Okay. Next.
I think we're going Tony Storm as well.
Yeah, I think Tony Storm. Next, we got Adam Copeland, otherwise known as Edge, against Malachi Black.
I just noticed this is a
in
barbed
a barbed wire
steel
steel cage match for the TNT Championship.
Oh my
This
god!
match is going to be brutal.
Oh, blood everywhere in this match for
This
sure.
one, I can't see this one not being the match of the night. I really can't. But who's going to win? Because Malachi Black is trying really hard to get Adam Copeland to join his sanction to the point where they beat the snot out of him last week and took his wedding ring.
Yeah, there's a huge feud there. I mean, if they're trying to get him to join, does it make sense for him to beat him or for Edge to keep the championship? Because if he wins Malachi Black, then Edge is going to be feuding. Like, why would he want to join someone that just beat him for the championship?
Because the guy's better than he is.
Maybe there's a respect factor there. I
Yeah.
could see that maybe.
I gotta go with, like, I've seen both of them fight, and on any day of the week, even though Malachi Black is good, he could not tie Adam Copeland's boots. He's not even qualified for that. I'm going Copeland.
Yeah. Shot in the dark here. I think I'm going to go Copeland as well. Edge thrives in these kind of matches, especially these hardcore matches. Like,
you remember that one against Christian? The I Quit match?
Yeah. Or even going back to his WWE days at WrestleMania, the hardcore match he had at WrestleMania with Mick Foley.
Yeah.
Speared him through a burning table. I could see this one being hardcore, but Copeland will squeak it out there.
Okay, so next, we got Jon Moxley. What was his name in WWE?
Dean Ambrose. Yeah.
Against Takeshita. Now, this, Jon Moxley is the IWGP World Champion, which is the New Japan World Champion. So if Takeshita wins, he gets an opportunity for a championship match. So there's...
Oh, I see. I get a championship eliminator match.
Yeah, so there's not a lot on the line per se this time for Moxley. That's why I think he's going to lose.
Yeah, it put the other guy over, and then at the next pay-per-view, they'll have a real bout.
Yeah. Okay, number 5, we got Trent Beretta against Orange Cassidy. Now,
That guy's such an asshole, Trent Beretta.
Well, he wasn't an asshole when they were best friends.
And then he turned on him, and now it's like, what are you doing?
Yeah, so if you've been seeing the build-up for everything happening here, Orange Cassidy's just been getting creamed week after week after week. So he's going to win this match. Because otherwise, he's just going to look so soft.
Yeah, I think you got to have... I don't like Orange Cassidy, though. Like, the way he puts his hands in his pockets and he does a stupid moveset, I just think it's
He's got track pants that look like jeans.
I know. It just looks like an idiot. I don't like that guy. I mean, I guess to advance the storyline, I could see that happening too.
I'm also not a big fan, but you know what?
This is a whatever match for me, honestly. I don't care.
But it's you can't have someone getting the crap kicked out of them for week after week, coming up to a pay-per-view, and then also get the crap kicked out of them at the pay-per-view.
We saw that with Swerve Strickland.
Yeah.
Last at All or Nothing.
So next we got.
Or no, yeah.
Next we got the learning tree, because everyone has so much to learn. And even though everyone says, Chris, please retire, he says, I can't. There's so much I have to teach people. I love that little spiel he's got going on.
Oh my God, he's up with Big Bill. It's good.
He just comes up with new stuff all the time.
Just to stay relevant. He's always got something to stay relevant.
This guy just keeps reinventing himself. I love that. And he's from the Peg, eh?
He is.
I was born there?
Yeah.
You know that? But I only stayed there until I was 2, then I left.
You were born. I was there. I wasn't born there, but I moved there when I was 1.
Yeah, that's just how smart I was. I said, I'm getting out of here. Sorry to all the people from the Peg, but you know what I'm talking about. So he's going to have Big Bill on his side, and he will take whoever wins the contenders match tonight.
Let's be real. It's going to be Hook.
It's going to be Hook. There's this has been so poorly hidden because even Hook took on that guy on Saturday night. He just beat the crap out of this guy in seconds.
Yeah.
Like this little skinny Hook guy who's as big as my middle finger. And he just thumped this guy. So he's on a mission. But because he's going to be with Big Bill, Jericho's going to retain.
Yeah. Yeah, Big Bill will have a play in that too. And does that end the feud between him and Hook? Or where does that? No, that just advances it further. Yeah.
And I hope, Hook, if you are paying attention, which I know you're not, please do not make the mistake that you did last time when you lost. Please do not make... And you made him make Jericho hit you in the head with a baseball bat. It was your fault. Because you got so much to learn. Okay, next we got Willow Nightingale against Mercedes Money for the AEW TV.
Finally, we get to see Mercedes Money.
She has done nothing since she's gone there. Okay?
The biggest free agent signing of 2024, and now we're going to see what she's got, but...
And even her shtick, like, people were done with it after 2 weeks.
Yeah.
So
what does that mean, though, for this match? Because Nightingale just won the championship. Yeah. Like, does she drop it right away to Mercedes Money's first match? Or, and then what do you do with her going forward? Like, this is such an interesting storyline.
Let me tell you the way I look at it. Let me talk to you. Okay? The thing is that you're paying Mercedes money over $5 million a year.
Yeah.
You're not paying her that to lose. She's going to win this match.
Yeah, I just think that just kills Nightingale, though. And I guess she's another bridge champion, but... Yeah, so Mercedes Money wins. Who would you like to see her feud with next? Like, would it be Thunder Rosa?
Yeah. Anna Jay.
I guess there's tons of women on the card.
Adib. But... For sure, Thunder Rosa.
Yeah.
Come on. Again, absent from this card. But I think they're going to add on, because she's having a feud with this other gal right now.
Yeah.
And I think that'll be like a throw-in match. I don't remember the other girl's name. But...
They must have maybe throw something on the pre-show order. This starts at 4 p.m. So.
Yeah, on the last one, that they had 8 matches, but then they threw on 2 more, so they had 10.
Yeah.
So, next we have the Elite. I love what they're doing with the Elite right now. First of all, they beat the crap out of Tony Khan, right? And somehow they've got power in this company, and they're just going around just putting people out next.
Okada and Jack Perry, and it's hilarious.
Yeah.
So Anarchy in the Arena, is that a stipulation, or is that just what they're calling it? Like, what kind of match is that? Is that just like a hardcore match?
Yeah, it's like a hardcore match. It's like anywhere in the arena.
Oh. Yeah, these guys are gonna go at it. This will be an all-out brawl. This will be like Orton and KO versus the Bloodline at the last pay-per-view, but 10 times better. Like, they're gonna go. Oh, I'm excited for that.
Yeah, and so it's Okada, Jack Perry, Matthew Jackson, Nicholas Jackson versus Daniel Bryanson, Cash Wheeler, Dax Harwood. Oh, those are the two clowns from FTR.
Yeah,
And Darby Allin. Right? I'm sorry, but I can't see anybody beating the Elite right now. They're in charge of their program. They're doing whatever they want. If they don't like people, they just... In fact, to the point where 2 weeks ago, where they attacked Kingston.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he's now out until early 2025.
Omega, they beat the crap out of as well.
Yeah, but he was ill, so he just showed up before he was having his surgery.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think Elite's going to win that match as well. I don't see the point in... I don't see what it's going to do for FTR, Darby Allin, and Bryan Danielson to win the match. I don't think it's going to do anything for them. And it's also not going to do anything for them to lose either. But I think you need to continue the dominance for the Elite going forward to keep that storyline going. And
absolutely.
So,
like that is, out of all the events, AEW or WWE, whatever, that's the best storyline going right now. That thing is killing.
Yeah.
It is so good.
And they're all great fighters too.
And
like, the Young Bucks, they're awesome. And Okada is a crazy, he's so talented.
Yeah, and even right now, if you look at AEW, actually, I'm at the end of this, I'm going to talk about this other thing. But okay, so let's get to the last match. Swerve Strickland with Prince Nana. Goof. Against Christian Cage, and he's just bringing 3 other people with him. So, and that's for the AEW World Championship. Yeah, you know what? That's going to be a good match. A really good match. Swerve just won the championship. He's not going to lose it that fast.
Bam. Done. Yep.
Done.
Yeah, I agree with that. So, that's... Wait
a second. I just saw something here. So, in the Contender Series, we got Hook, Shibata, and Brian Keith. Yeah. You know what? These 2 guys are mid-card guys.
Yeah, and they have no connection with Chris Jericho at this point to have a pay-per-view match. So
no,
Hook's going to win that, yeah.
For sure. Now, the other thing that I was going to say is that I watched this other channel online. I'm not going to say who it is because I'm not going to promote them. And they will often recap Raw, SmackDown, Dynamite, Collision. And over the last few months, they're 90% praise for Raw and SmackDown, how great of a show it was, and slapping the shit out of AEW.
Yeah.
And I'm thinking, okay, you're supposed to be an expert. Are you watching the same stuff I'm watching? Because Raw and SmackDown have been so predictable, so boring, so much filler.
Such a slog to get through, yeah.
Right? Like, at this point for me now, 3 hours of Raw is painful.
Yeah, they're tough. They're so tough to compare because the production value is so vastly different.
Yes.
Like, you watch the shows and you can see clearly WWE has so much more money in the product. Like, it just looks better. It looks cleaner. You know, it's easier on the eyes. But when you break it down to the actual content and what
Which
you're
is the
actually
important
watching,
thing.
Yeah, I feel the same way. Like, I don't find that WWE just is on the same level.
No, and
storylines and actual wrestling.
And we've talked about this before, is that since WrestleMania, the build-up between PLEs has been garbage.
Yeah.
Where if you watch AEW, there's no change.
And they give proper time for each one in between to develop the stories. And
they do, and they have
fillers, sure, but for the most part.
Yeah, but they also have great matches on every week.
Yeah.
Like like I said this before. The one thing that you know about AEW, you know, the first match of the night and the last match of the night are going to be bangers.
Yeah.
So you're already guaranteed two. So that's banger after banger. In between, you're going to get another one. So now you got banger after banger after banger. And what does AEW give you, or WWE give you?
You got to go burger after burger after burger.
That's what I'm talking about.
The great words of Drew McIntyre there.
Yeah, and like I mean, you have to understand. I was a big WWE.
We were
fan,
super hot on WWE, like
right?
just a month or two ago.
Yeah, but the more I watch AEW, and I know they have a long way to go, but you know what? I think something like if LA Knight goes there, he's going to bring some WWE fans with him.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely.
And
some of those bitter WWE fans that were like, "Well, what the hell are you doing with this guy?
Yep.
He should have been up there."
And then if he does go, I don't think he's going to go right away. I think he's going to maybe be 6 or 9 months down the road, because even if he gets his release, there's going to be a time
period in between. Yeah.
Where it's like it's in your contract. You can't join someone else for 3 months.
Yeah.
So, but just, I don't know, like, okay, this is the bottom line. I am looking so forward to Dynamite tonight. I can't recall, well, actually I can. The last time I said that about SmackDown or Raw was before WrestleMania.
Yeah. And who was headlining at that point? The Rock.
And the last time I said this about AEW was last Wednesday. Yeah. And the time before that was the previous Wednesday. So, you know what?
And it is a shame, because Cody Rhodes finally got the championship, and now the product that they're just giving is not great. So.
Well, the problem is that they don't have anything. They don't have a specific plan for him. They don't have a specific plan for Damian Priest. They don't have a plan for LA. They don't have a plan for any. They don't even have a plan for crappy ass Sami Zayn.
Yeah, Damian Priest isn't even fighting on the pay-per-view.
No, he's not even there.
He's not in any content there.
No, he's taking on McIntyre at Clash of the Castles.
Yeah,
that's where he's going to lose.
All right. Well, I guess we'll see. We'll follow along. This weekend, you got a busy weekend of wrestling. Hopefully, we'll be able to find that Double or Nothing somewhere. We're gonna have to keep looking on.
And yeah, sorry, go ahead. I interrupted you.
No, yeah, that's
what I do. Also got Collision Saturday night and Rampage Saturday night.
Yeah, you got another full week of wrestling, so get to it. It'll be exciting. We'll probably do a little recap episode at some point next week and just touch on our highs and lows of the two shows and see what we liked, see what we didn't like, see what actually turned out great, see what turned out,
Yeah, I think with our schedules, we're looking midweek next week.
Yeah. So catch us back next week. Thanks again for watching, guys. If you liked us, smash that like button. Make sure to subscribe and turn those notifications on so you can catch our upcoming videos. We've got a lot coming on this week, so we'll keep rolling it into next week. So thanks again, guys, and have a great weekend. Take care.
Next time.